Namaste. I'm excited you're joining me today for a short flow featuring my favorite posture, Eagle Pose. We're going to get right into it by coming to tabletop. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, about hips width distance apart between the knees, or whatever is stable and comfortable for you. And as we usually begin, just take a few cat and cows, beginning to roll through the movements of arching the back on the exhales and dropping the belly, lifting the gaze, pulling the shoulders back and the heart through, shining through the shoulders on the inhale. Exhaling to cat, pressing out all the air. Inhaling to cow, lift the tailbone. Exhaling cat, dropping the head, looking back. Inhaling to cow. And take a few more rounds of that as you need. Maybe a little side to side. Any other organic movements you feel. Get a little warmed up here. And then coming to neutral tabletop, extend that right leg back and reach the left arm forward. Lift the right toes. Exhale, knee to nose, elbow to knee, hug it up and in. Inhale to extend. Exhale, close it in, elbow to knee, curve the back like cat. Inhale to extend, taking a moment to find your balance. Exhale, hug it in. And then replace the knee and the hand back on the mat. Left leg extends back, right arm extends forward. Inhale to lift that left leg, reach, stretch, and then exhale, close it in, elbow to knee as you curl your spine, tuck the chin, finding cat pose. Inhale to extend, flat foot, fingertips reaching forward. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale to extend. Exhale, curl in. Find some lift as you press the earth away. One more time, extend on the inhale. Close it in on the exhale. Hug it in. And lower the hand and the knee to the mat. Bring the left hand to the center of your mat. Reach the right arm up. Thread the needle. Exhale, gently release that right shoulder down to the mat as your right arm extends over the left side of the mat. Left arm walks up overhead. 3 breaths here. Tuning into the breath, following the exhales out through the nose, deepening the inhales to the belly. And bringing that left hand in front of your face. Press down to lift up. Re-extend that right arm. And then lower the right fingertips to the mat right in the center. Other side, inhale, sweep the left arm up and open. Exhale, thread the needle. Left fingertips come underneath you. Lower down to your left shoulder, left side of the face, however far feels appropriate. Walk the right fingertips up overhead. Settle into the breath. 3 rounds here. Slow down the exhales. Bring the right hand in front of the face. Press down to lift up. Extend that left arm back up. Exhale, plant it down. Tuck the toes. Spin the biceps forwards, fingertips spread wide. Inhale, lift the knees just a couple inches off the mat. Hang out here. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the knees, hugging the belly in. Look back at your knees and then shift the hips back like you're crouching into position. And then inhale, lift the hips. Lengthen through the back of the legs. Press the chest towards the thighs. Downward facing dog. You can pedal out your feet here and take any other little movements that might feel good. And then finding stillness in your downward dog. Look back between your knees. Lengthen through the spine. Let the head hang heavy. Inhale, look between your hands. Make your way to the top. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Stay here, long through the spine. Extend the arms back behind you. And on an inhale, drop the hips coming through chair. Press down into the feet to lift up to stand. Arms reach up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right back down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step the feet back, find plank. Hold. Lengthen on the inhale. Exhale, lower the knees down. Chest between the hands, chin to the mat. Inhale to cobra, lowering the belly down, rolling the shoulders back as you lift your heart up. Keep the gaze just at the top of the mat. Lengthen through the back of the spine. One more inhale. Tuck the toes, press into the hands to lift up to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look between your hands. Step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, send the arms back. Exhale. Inhale to chair and then stand up. Reach up. Exhale, hands clasp behind you, fingertips clasping at your low back. Roll the shoulders down the back as the fist goes down the spine. Lift the heart. Inhale, look up. Exhale, standing yoga mudra. Fold the torso over the legs. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold as far down as you can, finding that forward fold, but with the hands clasped up overhead. Inhale, halfway lift. Release the hands. Inhale to stand, arms up. Exhale them down through heart center prayer. Anjali Mudra, 3 breaths. Begin to find some stability in the lower body, activating the legs, pressing the feet down into the mat. Maybe finding some buoyancy in the knees, little bends in the knees. Bring your hands to your hips. Straighten through the legs, slightly drop the tailbone, release the shoulders down the back. Feel really firm and grounded here. And then on your inhale, come to chair. Knees bend, arms rise, send the hips back. Breathe. Exhale, fold, plant your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank and lower all the way through on your exhale. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale, press up and back, downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward, warrior 1. Plant the back heel. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Settle into your warrior 1. Square the hips forward. Bending into that front knee. Adjusting your stance so you feel firm and grounded. Couple more breaths here. On an inhale, reach up. Exhale, humble warrior. Send the arms back behind you like airplane arms. Lower the chest between the legs. Breathe it out. Press down, squeeze the inner feet down towards the mat. Inhale, come up. Exhale to high lunge. So lift that back heel. Exhale, lower the left hand down to the inside of the right foot. Reach the right arm up. Easy twist in towards that right knee. Maybe your gaze comes up towards your fingertips if that's okay for your neck. Breathing here. Inhale, coming back up, finding that twist. Reach the left arm up and back. Right hand comes back behind, grabbing onto that left thigh. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands to frame the front foot. Step forward to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Lower through chaturanga, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward, warrior 1, back heel plants. Hug the feet in towards each other to lift yourself up. Bending into the front knee. Back leg somewhat straight. Turn the hips and shoulders to face the top of the mat. Finding that firm stance in the lower body. Hugging the belly button in towards the low back. Reaching up with the arms. One more breath in. Exhale, humble warrior. Reach the chest forward, send the arms back. Lower down between the legs. Fingertips reaching back. Breathe. One more breath in here. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, press down. to lift up. And coming to high lunge, lift the back heel, reach up. Exhale, plant that right hand on the inside of the left foot. Left arm comes up. Easy twist in towards your left knee. Look up at your left fingertips. Pull left hip back, right hip forward. One more breath in and out. And then keeping the torso where it is, we're going to inhale up. So you're still twisted, revolve towards the left. Right arm comes up and back as your left hand reaches for that right thigh. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to frame the front foot. Step to forward fold. Inhale to chair, knees bend, arm rise. Press down into the feet. Inhale to stand. Exhale, arms to your side, mountain pose. 3 breaths. Let it out through open mouth. Take some deep breaths. We'll take one more round of that modified sun salutation B. Finish warming up for getting into Garudasana, eagle pose. So feet firm. Inhale to chair, knees bend, arms rise, sink the hips back. Open the heart. One more breath in. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step the feet back, lower down. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward. Warrior 2, plant the back heel. Inhale the arms up. Reach the fingertips wide. Press the hips forward. Reach the front palm. Flip your front palm for warrior. Reverse. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to frame the front foot. Step that right foot back to downward facing dog. Breathe out. We're going to go right to the other side. Left foot steps forward, warrior 2. Back heel spins down. Inhale, cartwheel the arms open. Spread your wings wide. Press the hips and the heart forward. Gaze over your front fingertips. Hug the ribs in though. Reach forward, flip your palms. Reverse warrior. Feel that good side body stretch. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to frame the front foot. Step forward. Inhale to chair. Hang out here for just a couple breaths, firing up those quads. Lower the tailbone towards the mat. Lift the sternum towards the chin. Exhale, fold, plant your hands. Step the left foot back and lower the left knee. Anjaneyasana, low crescent lunge. Reach the arms up. And walk that right foot forward, and we're going to lower the hips in. Reach the arms up and back. Exhale, half splits. Here's a great place to grab your blocks. Either side of the leg, lengthen through that right leg. Pull that right hip back. Maybe you can walk that right heel forward. Breathe. 2 more breaths in our half splits. Right hip pulling back in space. Left quad pressing forward. Gently remove those blocks if you took the props. Coming back to Anjaneyasana, low crescent lunge. Reach the arms up overhead. Tuck the back toes, lift to high crescent lunge. Exhale, plant your hands, shift the weight forward, standing splits, lift the left toes. Look back at your right knee. Breathe. Hips are level here. Inhale, look up halfway. So coming to the tips of your fingers, long spine. Exhale to curtsy. So that left leg is going to come behind the right. Left toes meet the earth on the right side of the mat. Inhale, lift the heart. Send the arms back like airplane arms. Breathe. On our inhale, we're going to go to one-legged mountain. So press down into that right foot. Inhale to stand. Bring that left knee up with you, parallel to the earth. Exhale, mountain. Breathe. Now when you're ready, we're going to take it to the other side. Inhale to chair and reach the arms up. Send the hips back. Couple more breaths here. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, this time stepping the right foot to the back of the mat, lowering the right knee. Low crescent lunge, untuck the toes, reach the arms up. Right hip forward, left hip pulls back. And then walk that left heel forward a little bit, and we're gonna dip the hips down, reach the heart up, slight arch in the back, and let your exhale gently take you to half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Left hip pulls back in space. You can lengthen your stance. If you're not feeling anything or you want to move towards a little bit more of a challenge, use those blocks to keep the heart lifted. We don't want any curve in the spine here. Heart shining bright forward. 1 or 2 more breaths here. You've got it. And shift forward so the left foot plants back down on the mat. Reach the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Tuck the back toes, lift up to high crescent lunge. Exhale, plant your hands on either side of the left foot. Standing splits, lift the right hip or the right toes. Drop the right hip just a bit. You want your hips level here. So we're not opening the hip towards the side of the mat. We're squaring the hip points down. Look back at your knee, let the head and neck release. Inhale, look up halfway. Curtsy, drop the right toes to the outside of the left side of the mat. So cross that right foot behind the left. Toes meet the earth. Inhale, reach the chest up, fingertips back. Slight bend in the knee. Press down into that left foot, coming to one-legged mountain. So press down to inhale, coming up to your one-legged mountain, right knee parallel, right thigh parallel, bend to the knee. Exhale to mountain. Take a couple breaths here. Find your center. Palms facing forward. Feet about hips width distance apart if they're not already there. And then inhale, lift the gaze. Bring the palms together at heart center. And we'll take tree pose. Shift the weight to the right foot. We're going to start on the right foot. Shift the weight to the right. Lift that left knee. So finding that one-legged mountain. Bringing the sole of the left foot into the right thigh, the right shin. Maybe today you're just taking a kickstand. And here we're going to take our eagle arms. So left arm is going to come underneath the right, creating necks. Bending at the elbows, bring the forearms parallel to the face and bring the backs of the fingers together. Or if you can, crossing at the ankles, bringing the palms together. So to stand up as tall as you can, lower the tailbone, pull the elbows away from the chest, pull the forearms away from the face, and then inhale, lift the elbows, still firm in that right foot. Slight gaze upward. Lower the elbows down, release the arms, sweep them up overhead. Bring the knee forward, lower that left foot to the mat. Find your mountain pose again. A couple of breaths here. Full inhales. Take in as much air as you can. Long exhales. Maybe out through open mouth. When you're ready, find that firm stance again. Feet about hips width distance apart. Bioenergetic grounding. Plant the hands on the hips. If you need, really take a minute to ground down. Activating through the legs. Shift the weight to the left, palms together at heart center. Slowly bring that right foot up to the left leg, however far it could go without assistance. Use your own body. Active, not passive. Press the hips forward, squeeze the leg and the foot together. Be mindful of your knee. If your foot is right on your knee, you're not pressing into it too much. Gentle opening of that right hip. When you feel grounded, we'll take eagle arms. So right arm is coming under left this time. Beneath the elbows, and then crossing either the palms together or the backs of the hands. Pull the elbows away, the forearms away. Embrace the challenge. I'm shaking a little too. Inhale, begin to lift the elbows. Arch the back slightly. Bring your gaze up to your thumbs. Keep finding your balance. Exhale, side to your side. Let it out. You want? You can shake it out a little bit, roll the shoulders. And then coming back to our comfortable stance on the mat. Now we're ready for eagle. On an inhale, come through chair. Hips back, arms reaching forward. Bring the heart forward, but tuck the tailbone under. So we're long and straight in the spine. You can also try this against the wall. If you need a little extra support, want to keep the back nice and straight. Okay, so feel free to use the wall. You can also have a little prop next to you as your little kickstand, your little perch, if you will, for your eagle. So get yourself set up and then find your chair. On an inhale, shift the weight to the right foot. Lift the left knee, just like we're coming up to one-legged mountain, but we're going to cross that left knee over the right leg. Sink it down and back. Got my prop on the wrong side here. So you can prop your toes up on the block for a little extra support if you'd like. Take your time, sit here for a minute, and then when you're ready, since the right leg is grounded and the left leg is on top, we're going to cross the left arm underneath the right. Eagle arms, pull the elbows away, same thing. Engage the belly, tuck the tailbone slightly, begin to lift the elbows. Maybe you can begin to wrap the toes around the shin. Try to keep the hips squared towards the top of the mat. Stay firm in the leg, firm in the belly. Relax the shoulders. One more breath in. Exhale to release, unwind the arms, release the leg, coming up through our one-legged mountain. Step that foot back, warrior two. Straighten through the front leg and pivot on your heels to face the wide edge of the mat. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Hinging at the hips, shifting the weight to the ball of feet, lifting up through the sitting bones. Relax the head and the neck. Let it hang down between the legs. Let it out. Big inhale. Open mouth, exhale. And walk your hands towards the top of the mat. Step forward to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Stay for the exhale. Inhale to stand. Reach the arms up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to mountain. Catch your breath. And when you're ready, we'll take eagle on the other side. Get yourself ready. Get your props ready. Palms facing forward. On inhale, shift the weight to the left. Begin to bring the right knee. We forgot chair. Put that foot down. Chair. Sink the hips back. Slight tuck of the tailbone. Firm in the legs. Soft and open in the heart. Now shift the weight to the left. Begin to reach the right toes up. Begin to stand. Cross that right heel, right knee over the leg. Shift down and back. Maybe your kickstand's right there ready for you. And now the right arm underneath the left. Crossing at the elbows, bringing the forearms parallel to the face. Finding like when we did those tiger stretches in our tabletop, where we hug the knee into the elbow, find that same action. Engage the belly, wrap everything in. Right arm under left, there we go. Press the elbows away, lift them up, relax the shoulders down the back, gaze towards your thumbs. Maybe you begin to wrap your right toes around the left shin. Maybe you begin to fold forward just a bit, still finding length in the spine. Couple breaths more here. To release, inhale, begin to stand, release the arms. One-legged mountain. And then step that right foot back, warrior two. Straighten the front leg, turn the toes to face the wide edges of the mat. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Neck is released, head hangs heavy. Shift the weight forward to the balls of the feet. Lift through the sitting bones. Let it out. Inhale, look up halfway. Walk the fingertips towards the top of the mat. Step back to plank. Lower through knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Final inhale to cobra up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Breathing in. Breathing out, nothing more. Just be here in downward dog. Child pose. 3 rounds of breath in child's pose. And take it down to the mat here. Begin to cool down. Let the power of the pose flow through the body. The breath flow through the body as well. And allow that to settle the mind, focus the mind. Release any stress, negativity out through the out breath. And on an inhale, coming up to tabletop, walk the knees back, lower to your belly. And take locust pose, forehead to the mat. Reach the arms back, clasp the fingertips at your low back. And just like our standing yoga mudra, squeeze the shoulder blades together and reach the fists down the spine. So you're open through the heart. Tops of the feet press into the mat. Big toes touch. On an inhale, lift the heart, finding a cobra-like pose in the chest. Gaze is straight down or at the top of your mat. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe begin to lift the toes. Breathe. On your exhale, slow motion, lower down. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Bring the hands next to your chest and gently press up back to your tabletop. And then take that right knee and cross it behind the left. So we've got kind of like eagle legs. And then we're going to shift the hips back until you come to your seat. And here we are in cow face pose. For this variation of cow face pose, we're going to bring our fingertips in line with our hips behind us so the heart is wide open. If your fingers don't quite touch the floor, use your blocks. Or maybe you just like to be able to grip something to help broaden through the heart. So knees are crossed, left knee on top. Inhale, lift the sternum, hug the belly in. Slight tuck of the chin. And we'll just spend 3 rounds of breath here. Be easy on the face. After your final exhale, release the hands. We'll take deer pose. So this left leg is going to uncross and just come next to us at about a 90-degree angle from hip to knee to heel. But you can wiggle it around as best you need to feel, as best you can in this posture. Fingertips to the mat, or again on your blocks. You need the floor a little bit higher. Shoulders shrug down. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, pull the heart forward. Maybe your fingertips come in front of the mat. Maybe begin to slowly lower over that right leg. If you like a little bit more intensity in that right hip, bring that right shin parallel to the top of the mat. Couple more breaths here. Stay focused on the posture. Your body, your breath, your mind is right here. Inhale, press down into the hands to lift up. And take a few windshield wipers, pivoting on the heels, lowering the knees to one side and then the other. And then coming to center, we'll take that cow face pose on the other side. So your left knee is going to come down to the mat. Right knee is going to cross on top. Right knee on top. Settling in. Maybe taking your blocks to either side, back behind in line with your hips. Bring your fingertips to those blocks or to the mat. Roll the shoulders down the back. Sit up as straight as you can. Slight tuck of the chin. Slight tuck of the tailbone. Long and straight. Relaxed. Soft, pleasant expression. And just breathe here. Enjoy the open-heartedness, the simplicity, and embrace any sensations that maybe don't feel so simple. Maybe this is a little bit more intense for your hips. Can release the stretch a little bit or release the crossing of the legs if you need. Otherwise, just a couple more breaths here. Soften through the jaw. Find your breath. And then as you're ready, we'll make our way to deer pose. Top leg comes around to the right, lowering it down next to you. Front shin comes parallel to the mat. Tuck that heel in, whatever you need to do to feel stable. Maybe you bring your blocks up in front again. Tense up on the fingertips, roll the shoulders down the back, heart lifts. Inhale, hinging at the hips, begin to walk the fingertips forward, lower the chest over the front leg. However far you need to feel, whatever you want to feel. Relax the jaw. Slow down those exhales. On an inhale, tense up on the fingertips. If you're not already there, lift the heart. Walk the hands back. Moving the blocks out of the way. We're going to come to bound angle pose, Badakanasana. So just pivoting on those heels, shifting back on the hips, and then bring the soles of the feet together in front of you. Hands grasp where they may. Shoulders relax down the back. Sit up straight. Exhale, fold forward with the heart. So the heart comes forward over the feet. Maybe you cup the fingers with the hands. Exhale to lower yourself down. Breathe. Inhale to sit back up. Bring the knees together. Another few rounds of windshield wipers, if you'd like. You know, I always like this. And then we're going to make our way to bridge pose. So bringing the knees to center, lowering on down to your back. Walk the heels in towards your hips. Feet about hips width distance apart. Palms fat down. Engage the belly. So tuck the tailbone and press the belly button down. Lifting up from that center. Hips come up off the mat. Engage through the thighs. If you like to come up a little higher, clasp the fingertips behind or underneath your low back. Bring the shoulder blades together as you walk the forearms in. Press down through the forearms. Lifting up a little higher. Keep some space in the neck. Gaze straight up at the sky. Full breath in. Slow motion release, lowering down on the exhale. Shift the hips to the left, lower the knees to the right, take a twist, extend the left arm out. Gaze follows. One more round of breath here. Inhale to center. Shift the hips to the right. This time, knees down to the left. Extend the right arm over the side of the mat. Let your gaze follow. Enjoy the twist. Final round of breath here. Inhale to gaze the ceiling. Bring the knees back to realign the spine. Lengthen the legs. Reach the arms up overhead. Take a stretch. Point the toes. Reach the fingertips. Exhale, hug the knees in. Give yourself a hug, rolling into a ball, forehead to your knees. Squeeze it in, and then gently release. Making your way to Shavasana, or any final postures you'd like to take before taking your rest. We'll exhale out. Begin to release the toes and the ankles. Soften the knees. And feel the legs become heavy. Allow the base of the hips, the tips of the shoulder blades to gently indent into your mat or your floor. Allow the shoulders to melt down the sides of the arms. Fingertips become quiet. Soften through the chest and the belly, releasing the awareness of your breath. Just let your body take over naturally. Relax the neck. Unhinge your jaw. Release the tongue from the roof of the mouth. And scrunch the forehead. Feel the ears dripping down towards the floor. And if you haven't already, allow the eyelids to become heavy as they softly close together. Feel the back of the head against the mat. The earth supporting you from below. Allow yourself a few moments of absolute peace from within. Begin to deepen the breath, drawing your awareness back to your body on the mat, your presence in your space. Welcome some gentle movements to the extremities. Gently curling in towards yourself on one side. Gently press yourself up to sit. Finding a comfy center of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, bringing the palms together at the top. Exhale, down through heart center. Closing your eyes or gazing down at your fingertips. Spend just another moment here. Remembering that the practice of asana is to guide our bodies and our minds in preparation for meditation, for the practice that takes us off the mat. And spend just a moment here, taking note of how eagle manifests in your body and how you can use that power, the balance, the twisting, the intrigue even, where you can find that in your life. What other areas can you bring that power from within to your everyday going-ons, and people you interact with, in whatever way that looks like for you. Thank you for sharing this practice with me. I'll see you next time on the virtual mat.